Tes. Bisa kita naikin ya. Nggak bisa ya, harus kuat. Trace. Kita farming lagi. Oke. Pinjam dulu. Oke.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
This big diamond, it's all yours. Time to twirl. Time to twirl.
Nap time. Eternal.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Time to twirl. Time to twirl.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
Time to twirl.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
This big diamond, it's all yours. Time to twirl.
To the soul. Insanity.
Time to twirl.
Nap time. Existence is unity.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Time to twirl.
All will be swept away by the wind.
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
With this divine power, I reforge all things. To the soul.
Time to twirl!
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
Time to twirl!
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Lagi ya, kita farming dulu ya sebelum lanjut story. Bisa dibuka nggak? Speed increase 20% pelantaran. Bentar butuh sih. Punya nggak nih? Dikit ya. Sunday. Waduh. Negatively impact your story experience. Gas lagi. If the energy regiment pada template is less than 40, lumayan tapi bodo amat lah. Api apa nih ya? Kalau ini berarti cenderung tetap final aja.
Trinity is before me. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Future will come.
Nap time. I'm okay. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Noise is fading. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Sun tear the sky. Disorderly noise. Quench the flames of blood. Disorderly noise. Is that all? Her agony. God, awaken! Hail the new dawn. Quench the flames of blood. Uphold the truth, and you will. Is that all? Is that branded with strife?
All the work of creation has been completed. The inevitable day has arrived. The embryo of philosophy will reshape for us all of reality.
Spoiler.
I swear on truth. Sun tear the sky.
I swear on the calendar.
Soul without substance.
Activate.
What I see now, after self-reflection, is not an illusion.
Enggak punya.
future will come!
Kita duitkan.
Fight as one!
Serenity is before me.
That's better. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Tomorrow!
Doubt farewell.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! Quench the flames of blood! Is that all? Branded with strife! The sun tear the sky! Quench the flames of blood! Her agony! Quench the flames of blood! Is that all? Branded with strife! Hail the new dawn!
Tuh, hilang lagi. Final lagi. Hero. Habis. Oh my god. Cukup.
tomorrow!
Fight as one!
It's of no consequence. The remedy is before me.
Future will come! For tomorrow! Fury of innumerable core flames consume me! The sun tear the sky! Quench the flames of blood! Is that all? Branded with strife! Hail the new dawn! Quench the flames of blood! Is that all? Remember agony! Quench the flames of blood! Is that all? Branded with strife! Sun tear the sky! Quench the flames of blood! Remember agony! All stars burn to ash!
Misery and bliss, the same.
I don't waste money, buddy! Get go! Oh boy! I'm eating too much this time!
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
That looks like a tough one. Let me test it. Future will come!
Moment and doubt, farewell. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Tomorrow!
Nap time. Fight as one!
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. The sun tear the sky! So without substance, hail the new dawn!
Amphorius will welcome.
Can you talk?
Future will come!
Trinity is before me.
For tomorrow! I'm fine.
Stay close! Here stands the Silvermane Guard!
Future will come!
Moment and doubt, farewell.
For tomorrow! Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. The sun tear the sky! Empty shit! That looks like a tough one.
We're in trouble now.
Future will come!
Fight as one!
Trinity is before me.
For tomorrow!
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! So without substance. The sun tear the sky!
Amphorius will welcome.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Future will come! I'm fine.
Moment and doubt, farewell.
For tomorrow!
That's better. I'm okay.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! Empty shit! The sun tear the sky! I've lost my way.
Oh my god. 35. Satu dua tiga empat enam tujuh itu 17 lagi. Tujuh. Oh my god, no way. Kering banget. Cuma bisa berapa nih? Tujuh, 5. Oke, bisa yuk. Lima tujuh. No. Habis. Tiga. Satu, dua, tiga, empat, lima, enam, tujuh, 11, 12, 13, 14, Ju, what the hell?
So many people talking about it. This commotion at the theme park definitely made waves.
The family promised they would protect the guests within the dreamscape, but I witnessed a group. The family needs to provide a reasonable explanation.
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. However, their target is not the ordinary guests, but the ambassadors of the IPC. The family will certainly ensure that the safety of the guests is of the...
Miss Robin, I know the Bloodhound family. The family can try their best.
But as you can see, sir, perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect.
I could stay here, but keep in mind.
Of course. With the Charmony Festival about to commence, we will spare no effort in our preparations. Hello. May I...
Nothing to be worried about. There's been a small rehearsal, Miss...
Hey, are you a fool? You don't even recognize Miss Robin? Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't sweat it. You...
We've seen...
Rest assured, Miss Robin will intensify our patrols.
I trust you guys.
Actually, I would...
Miss Robin,
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. The planet of festivities has indeed run into some trouble. The representative from the IPC... He's trying to regain ownership of Penacony and is prepared for a hostile takeover. Of course, the family did not agree. The result of the failed negotiations is as you see it now.
no wonder. So this is the...
Don't worry.
Please be assured, Miss...
Thank you for your hard work. This is a small gift for...
I can't believe I...
If trouble comes knocking on our...
Miss Robin?
I didn't expect to meet a fan here. I'm honored. Welcome to Penacony, a world filled with wonderful dreams.
I can't believe I'm actually...
Preparation is important, but the ceremony is fun. Regarding the recent mishap,
But, plus, I met that generous gentleman.
everyone, please do not panic.
Even if you say so.
Some people just never listen, do they?
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep...
Huh? What?
Here, take this. Make sure to take good care of it until the... You never know.
We're back to where it all began. You entered the golden hour from this place. And it is also from here where you will enter the true Penacony. It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more. But it's time I laid bare the entire truth before you. As you might have heard, I also go by another name. Stellaron Hunter Sam. I know you have many questions. Do you remember when we encountered in that instant before it killed me? So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. That's why I instructed Silverwolf to issue I intended to call upon death before you arrived. To solve the riddle using more direct means. And then invite you to... It is how you see now. I was impaled by the bladed wings of death. The heavy pressure of concentrated but after the momentary numbness subsided, I was still alive. And it was just as I thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beautiful dream. And so, then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. And after... all my attempts proved futile. It wasn't until... And that's it. That is all that's happened, so... I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. Now, let's take a deep breath. And 3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid. I never knew you could do this. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
That is...
Why? Because this is Japan.
No, I'm just thinking that you haven't slept in 26...
I'm fine.
I'm not so sure about that.
Infiltration is over. Feel free to activate Sam anytime you like.
There's still some time before the next part of the script. Such a long tunnel.
In half a system hour, it will lead us to Kafka. And
Is that all?
it's in your script too.
Sorry.
There... I told you before.
What about you then?
As always, it's a blank slate.
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived...
This car has full self-driving...
Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. The inescapable type. He can see the future, but before that moment...
After today, Japella's... That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams.
I... hope you find...
Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Close your eyes. This is the answer. Isn't it
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in the dreamscape, appears to be a cognitive. Every emergence of that meme is related to the Watcher.
The atmosphere here is dark, but from the whispers of the residents, I've heard of a...
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready. We're about to set off.
The real dreamscape, the land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
I'm really sorry for what... Do you still remember the medical cabin I told you about? Well, that's Sam. It belongs to the Iron Cavalry of Glamoth's Firmament Frontline, a Firefly Type 4 strategic assault mech. It is the cradle of my vitality. And the meaning of my birth. And for the longest time it was... 2 reasons. Firstly, that aside, there were also... The timescale of Dreamflux Reef...
Something on your mind? No wonder Miss Acheron is so averse to drawing her blade. Don't feel burdened by this. During your investigation, he shared a vital piece of information. Mikhail, but this is precisely where the problem lies. And now, with Firefly mentioning his name, I hope you've regained a little composure.
I've appraised it all. No fakes.
Keep going straight down this alley, and it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades?
What a huge clocky. Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef. Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape, and all beyond the family's reach. The atmosphere in this fortress is...
When I first saw it, I was in... What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into...
Though both dreamscapes have distinct... But there's no point in overthinking things. Let's meet up with Himiko and the others first.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the...
The
Astral Express likely needs room for some
Sure. Let's recon. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide whether to trust her. Let's go. I'm sure. Not exactly. The Reverie Hotel's bellboy. We'd better check, just to be...
It is perfect for me, and perfectly legal for me to stay in.
The fruits of a long journey.
Hello, Misha. I'm well.
Tick-tock! Oh.
You're,
No. How did you two get here?
so this...
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends,
this... sleep...
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes.
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little...
I see.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Mr. Is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the...
If it's not too...
Oh, how about this? Since she's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children.
All right, then. We'll, Well, we now know the answer to both. Yes, that's my thinking as well. Say, you mentioned before... I can't shake off this... Forget it. It's not important.
Everyone, look! From here?
A black hole?
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in memorial.
I'm just a wallflower.
Look! There she is!
My calculations are finally done. Who are you? I'm Kami, a dreamscape surfer. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a nick. But the scary part is, according to my calculation, by constantly improving after 10 systems.
Please don't worry.
You don't say.
Oh, do you know?
We're very interested in...
Why, of course. She's regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Record, I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef. I felt it. The source is in the Golden Hour.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound... That's right. It seems like she did a...
Miss Kami regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there. Let me go!
Please, come to your senses. I'm begging you.
So this is the soap
The fruits of a long journey.
So this is the soap
There's a ghost!
Oh my. I'm human and... there you are! Quickly, come help! I bumped into a member of the family on the way here.
Let me go! Let me go!
Well, this is how it turned... Me? A ghost? He thinks he's dead.
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife.
That's right.
You're talking to someone invisible. Stop asking!
You're not...
Don't say that name!
Tomorrow!
You'll pay for that.
Moment to doubt farewell. Watch over you and guide you on your path. Future will come. Serenity is before me. Tomorrow. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Sun, tear the sky.
He passed out.
I see.
Unlike in the sweet dream, but we can't just leave this man.
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys.
I remember...
Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
Let's have a toast to dreamscapes.
At this rate, the family will be done for.
I knew you couldn't hold your liquor.
I've appraised it all. No fakes.
Let's see how you handle a stroke of genius like this.
Evening, Jessie.
Welcome, Miss March.
These two are my friends.
There have been a lot of new faces lately.
Do such things often?
Not really, but they're becoming more. This man has had quite the.
Hello, V.
That must be Robin.
Huh? Robin?
Misha's about to take us to...
We met some stowaways in the residential. I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory. I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape,
If that's true, it's...
Himeko must be gathering information.
At this rate, the family will be done for. Done for!
I remember when this place was...
This is where we split up. She can't.
So that's how it is.
Himeko!
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce.
It's a pleasure.
You know.
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in PENACONY. Please, allow me to...
Grave?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here most...
You're too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the one who takes care of them, guiding them.
So,
Were you talking to me, Mr. Yang?
on that note, Mr. Mika, which two...
They're actually just symbolic stones. But before that, you have an...
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so watch your step.
I remember when this place was all hustling.
There she is.
It really.
Everyone sings so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored every corner of Dreamflux Reef, talked to everyone I met, and they all told me the same thing. This shattered dream is not worth clinging to.
It seems you truly are a child of the Harmony. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there with her blind eye. If we compare people to birds, these kids and me, an old lady with no...
I'm glad that you found a new...
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their... But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurity. You see, in dreams, we learn how to live. What?
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our... There's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams. Because we have the right and the ability...
It's a relief to see you.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew.
Since you're here...
Ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change, until it gradually faded away. At first, but now it seems... the root of the problem goes way beyond me.
The sweet dreams collapse. That memo.
While I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. But whenever I mentioned the anomalies in the dream, later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me that there are hidden secrets beneath the surface of Penacony. So, following the land of the exiles.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as if your voice has made somewhat of a...
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more. It's regrettable. But the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor, or traitors. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong.
Could there be another force influencing the... Considering what happened with Acheron, it...
I'd heard about. Regardless, I cannot accept my. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family, and who exactly it was who betrayed us all. Do you remember our arrangement, Mr. Micah? I've decided to forgo my role and never step foot on the Charmony Fest.
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove, but Charmony doves don't live here. So how did the...
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we find...
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling.
Okay. A bird like that must have...
I'll ask the family head.
A cage?
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One? Oh, poor little thing.
I do.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered, and can't... Birds belong to the sky.
That's quite the...
I think she's right. But if we leave it out in the wild, it won't survive for more than a few days.
Ah, I see. It's, as you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly, we've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's their ancestors were too weak to survive on the ground after countless attempts by many generations.
So, you mean birds aren't...
Well, that's an idealistic way.
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never...
That's an interesting perspective.
For now, I'll keep it... I want it to live.
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found...
We will take good care of it.
Yeah, but Mr. Gopher...
And what might that...
What if this little Charmony dove never... I mean, if there are fledglings in this world, should we let them go back to the sky?
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? You look a little unsteady. Yeah.
Where is Robin?
I knew that was going to be the... Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all...
If you wanted to kill...
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
You are aware of my plan and see through my fictionology. Time is running out, so let's drop the charade. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future.
I find it hard to believe a man...
Fine. You don't have to trust me. The sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right. As you wish. Here she is.
Huh?
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak Family Head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed...
Rosalina and... Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Astana, and their names deserve to be immortalized. Not just on this small stone tablet, but... However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams.
If their names are inscribed here...
According to Micah, they died, no?
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live. In the decade following the war, PENACONY faced challenges internal and external. To protect Asdana, Tiernan picked up the way of the Trailblazers.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown.
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Robin.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy, so...
That sounds sensible enough.
Oh? Is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm...
You're right. The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation. As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greeting.
History fictionologist? So what?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Well,
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the Watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a...
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess? I wish that were the truth. But if that... The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like to achieve this feat without the help of an emanator of remembrance or enigmata. The only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge. In Asdana, the planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
The planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster?
It all started a long time ago. Back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began building Penacony from the ground up. That's when the idea of using the Stellaron came into play. The Stellaron first entered the Asdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against the folly of attempting to tamper with such a power. And most heated, the turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was by the time a representative from the Montour Systems family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to...
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony. Those three eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe.
Then, how did they...
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape. Think about this. What would it cost its people's lives? The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people to indulge in the dreamscape, and gradually their minds succumb, becoming nourishment for the sweet dream. Confusion, laziness, and cowardice Weaknesses that plague humanity were magnified and nourished by the family. Penacony became a new kind of prison, even more impenetrable than the previous one. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic memory zone. Over the years, I fabricated a meme within this dream for our youth. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy. Since this is the Watchmaker's first announcement in decades, the traitor within the family is back.
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case, where is the Stellaron now?
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he... Go ahead. I'm sure Mr. Are you done talking?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected, it's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the sweet dream.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the as the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up?
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless...
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from it. Exactly!
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany...
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations. I may have been quick to step up to the...
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of the Harmony behind him. not to mention the Stellaron in his possession. We must proceed.
Maybe you can just stay behind the...
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although, I can't quite put my finger on it. You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? Huh. As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is, if I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happened...
Aventurine? Is he still alive?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is if negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status. But the IPC is always...
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too.
Spoken like a true, even if the Dream Master is innocent. The family's corruption runs deep.
Don't you have something?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the if I'm not mistaken. We've already...
It's not enough to say meet, but I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very...
I don't know much about my life story.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend has fond memories of his time aboard the Express, which he reminisced. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again. Traveling in a great... On his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Come With Me. Now.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. I've kept my promise. Brought the future trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train, but I remember your last words. Don't let us down, old man.
What's happening?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legwart, the Watchmaker.
Fruits of a long journey.
Sure enough, the watchmaker is the third nameless. Even I could guess that one.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more enigmatic than me.
Well, let's have a look.
Wait, what seriously? How could a dream bubble be empty?
That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the Trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was all... that mischievous old...
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left a...
Don't start getting all
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. How could there must be something contained in this dream bubble?
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith, and that's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check some... It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express.
The Astral Express?
Yes, my companion's already checked in.
I see, but you're...
Now
And you...
Me. I'm Pom Pom.
He's my fellow Trailblazer. We respond...
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar... Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just... I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other...
What do you mean by...
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation...
How about this? Give me their room.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to...
How about you just wake up some...
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding...
So nothing works, huh? What's your...
Please be patient.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identity.
It's...
Oh, fudge!
Please come...
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time.
I have a bad feeling about...
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment. You can stay here with the receptionist.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
The Charmony Festival's...
Hey!
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially...
Well, back in my home world,
Oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a...
Well, you never know, right? Anyway, let's forget about that.
Unsettling things?
Relax. With a big event like this...
Oh, well, looks like I won't get any foot.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of...
Hello. So, there's something. Do you think there's anything to be worried about?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure that...
She doesn't appear back already.
Hasn't she returned?
Nope. Neither the staff nor the guests.
I agree. Another unusual. I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single...
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy, right?
We shouldn't linger here too long. Let's go back to the
not so fast. If you ever...
Are you suggesting we...
I wouldn't say do nothing. But let's stay... They don't want to attract unwanted attention.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse.
Of course, we don't need to...
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper.
I'm sorry. But it's one of...
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the lobby manager.
Yes, I am.
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong. We've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this
your idea of...
It's called...
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please...
Just...
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Hasdana's White Oak.
Hasdana's White Oak?
Oh, no way.
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all.
That's strange.
What should we do now?
Oh, no need to rush. Let's see what kind of juice malts you all have.
Wow, that's the most expensive... What can I get for it?
Anything you recommend is...
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village.
This flavor. Dynamite barbecue.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guest.
Let's give the memo keeper another half system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan.
The situation is unclear. Something must unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the...
Actually, there's something else I'm as you know. The faction that followed. Isn't there a saying among the Ciencio people that, the rain
talking?
Well, you know what I mean. Even with that Acheron lady.
And you believe that someone like her would have...
I'm not entirely...
Anyway, would worry unless the
Maybe it's she pay the Harmony pulling the strings. If people do stupid things out of irrational, but Eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back.
You think Shippei's will is behind...
It may not necessarily be she. It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths. Like how Lon always follows the path of the hunt.
But in my opinion, Akavili's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh. So you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choice?
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey, it's more about doing your best to choose the right path.
I don't know what you've been through. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the memo keeper doesn't show up.
You sure have a lot of cards.
Well, going back, by the way, When you were walking around the hotel...
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages.
No need for that.
Wait. Are you getting...
Are you leaving, esteemed guests?
Huh?
Ha ha. Looks like you are a bit...
Oh, right. I'll be waiting for you.
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't...
Well, looks like we took a detour.
You're back? 2 guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I...
Oh.
2 guests?
She's one of them. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but...
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly...
You are the memo keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting.
Finally, memo keeper.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a memo keeper. I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeps...
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then...
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and...
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Hung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they... As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other. So this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods. Shed in... So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, looks like the god you mentioned. Well, mortals who walk the paths, and for some,
like
sin-thirsters, they emerge. They were once my dear companions.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers. As for me...
But you know, these sin-thirsters...
Does this seem pointless? Will some tasks have to be...
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility.
I see. Thank you, stranger.
Before we part ways, I have one. It is true that their actions, and even if this is what the departed ones expected.
A good question. What I do know is that one day I too will pass. Someone will stand at my grave.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, as I grew into adulthood, I left behind.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday out of laziness. I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment.
Do you sincerely repent? Have you examined your soul? Are you willing to accept? Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill.
Praise Shipe.
Next.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sins.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution will be granted.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my 2 children.
I see. Please, go on.
My children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't...
Oh, thank you.
Next, please step forward.
Hey, long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in
I have sought their presence with us.
Sure, let's just get this over with. That's it. Nothing more.
Do you...
My sins? Starting to sound like a sin. You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chasers might be fooled by your act. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right?
Oh, revered triple-faced soul. Who can judge the strong when their power? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any? Who can comfort the purest souls if the strong defending the weak is true? Then who is responsible for the...
Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident.
No need to worry about troubling anyone.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... we'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master. I'm sure he'll understand. Even if the negotiation does not go smoothly, I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chordmaster, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive, and the Charmony Festival would be just a grand performance.
I'm relieved. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us.
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the...
Let's hope we can reach...
Indeed.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting.
Dear, it's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
Mr. Sunday. Hey there! If I just reach... Yeah, but it's no big deal. They told me not to sell it.
Selling everything you had.
Why? Can't you see? It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries.
Is this...
Huh?
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic...
Oh, yeah, see you around, Mr. Sunday.
What's up?
This is the land of the dreams. The man we ran into. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But...
I suppose you have a point. But...
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living. But that's not quite accurate. Even people believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power. And though, however, value doesn't come out of thin air. And there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others. So, the weak get
Are you suggesting that this is...
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it. Because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value. And even the weak believe in it. The survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace. No tragedies exist here, only happiness. Although...
Perhaps that man is just an exception.
Yes, seeing is believing.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations?
It's going...
You're too kind, Robin.
I can't stand being lonely or bored.
But if this went on forever...
And not every day. You get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles.
But you know that only a few things...
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long, only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball.
Seems like that guest's perspective did...
She had a valid point. And I could...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary...
Well, she did make mention...
However, the paradise...
No. In the paradise... The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left.
Yeah. I was part of it, and then all my comrades died, and...
How...
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. My true appearance...
So...
just being able to live at all. My world has been torn apart. Now
That old man's story.
That's precisely why this...
However,
There will be a way out.
look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too.
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess...
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us.
The Charmony Festival? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. PENACONY, the land of the dream.
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get tea?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and... Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. The paradise in our dream, PENACONY, is nothing more than a dream.
Remember the old man we met earlier?
That might be true, but that path may have been more ordinary. Is PENACONY granting these people?
Well, don't forget, the future for humanity is like the sky. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dog?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and...
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letter shortly after you left. It crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen Eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream, human nature contains greatness. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long—
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother—
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the If I could become a chordmaster, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir.
I see.
Don't you have a wish of your own?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's. I long for a true parent.
Then let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes—
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal.
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Huh. Since his last will has now been— But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy— Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude? But you have the numbers. And in numbers comes strength.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals. PENACONY is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while we're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most. And since it's the key to stabilizing—
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will—
So, no one's gonna say anything? What's that supposed to mean? So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar and be able to personally bask in—
So, how do we—
I've already procured to tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt.
We'll follow Marge's plan.
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission.
Should we ever cross paths again?
All right. I'll have to add to that data.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. we're faced with a formidable enemy.
We've already come this far together. I'd like...
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorched Sand Hall. If you have ambition, dreams, and the drive, dear friends...
Oh, wow! They've really outdone themselves!
Behold, here come 4 friends with spirits high and full of zeal. Yes, you! There's no doubt about it. I see you have all the potential of a superstar in you.
Excuse me, you 4. What are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty! Magnificent and majestic!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brotherland's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners, but if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way. Make way. Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. Dean. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Dean Lida. My 4 friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
Hello, everybody.
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is flat. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Fire.
So it's a bunch of nameless. Grab a bottle of.
Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades?
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
The fruits of a long journey.
Grab a bottle of soul. Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first once. During the dream-chasing era, I wholeheartedly hope. Haha! That's the
Hello, everyone. Next up,
trailblazing into the
I hope that by the end of this journey,
a wonderful
Safety first,
simple waiting for you. Our 3-stage and in the last those are the rules.
Everyone, as the chart March and I haven't known.
fine by me. All right. I don't have a problem.
We'll split into the assigned groups.
Welcome to the first in the School of Acting. Now, make your...
The stage of dreams for those who dare to dream. Welcome to the School of Acting stage.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, your task is to also a bit of...
I've appraised it all. No fakes.
Just take
a look at this. You two are... Envision that you both, you're driving an old clunker through the... Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line would you deliver to express...
Do you usually express disappointment this way?
Very good. Now,
This is great!
very good, very intense. And then we cut to the story's next scene. You find a job mending the rails, but the days are long. Suddenly, sweet rain falls from the sky. Now, Mr. Greyhair. But at this moment, your partner yet...
Perhaps...
Fantastic! Up next, you'll be challenged...
I hope these tests...
Here, you two are required to picking up from where we left off. A heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the air. At this moment, what should you do to make her... Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand.
I'm... gonna get...
A tug at the heartstrings! You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives your business to the brink of bankruptcy. Fantastic! But... Of course! However, the true test...
Welcome to the final stage. Two companions arrive many years later. Against the backdrop of a... Give it a shot.
This is never...
Your performance is... God, I never imagined that
Huh? We have brilliant. You're beautiful. We have passed the test. We ought to hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
Light up the dark.
promise of a long journey.
Congrats to both of you for clear. Look at the time!
That red hair contestant.
You'll find out eventually, but you have the option to choose gunfire and now make you. Dear friends, welcome to the... It is said that these cartoons enter into the world...
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we?
Very good. In this Hanu's adventure... Alas, Hanu...
Oh, brave Hanu! You look like you could really use some help! long time no see. Oh my! Listen close, but you know what? Now, I can't wait!
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick? Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! The exquisite scent. Hurry now, Hanu! Touch that.
Such. Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that Hanu? What exactly is he talking about?
Talk! It's time.
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Clocky is. Hanu says. The enemy is. Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just... Sheesh. Well, here we go again. Ready?